Today we're gonna have some fun with throwing some elbow strikes today, and I actually have a cool little pattern that mimics our universal patterns. Actually, on my shirt right now, we're gonna play with this pattern with elbows, and then at the end, I'm gonna give you a drill that puts all these together, and then we're gonna give you a couple sneaky elbow strikes for some fight tips, some sparring, and everything. Okay. A little bit tricky, some little pretty much just tricks, fakes and stuff. One's a spinning back elbow, the other one's an up elbow. But let's just go ahead and get started. We'll hit some quick warm up, quick stretch, and then we'll go over some elbows, the pattern, and then a couple of those techniques. All right, so go ahead, up, and on your own, 25 jumping jacks, standard warm up. Here we go, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Nice. Push-up position. 15 push-ups. If you can't do 15, do as many as you can, Victoria. I'm talking to you. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Back up on your feet to 15 jumping jacks. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Nice. Back down. 10 push-ups. 10 push-ups. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. All right, let's hit a quick stretch. Body should be a little warmed up. Feet together, reach down. Touch the floor if you can. If not, grab your ankles, pull yourself down. 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take it a little wide. Go ahead. I like to cross my arms and just hang it. Let gravity do the work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead and reach over to the right side, staying down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come back up. Quick quad stretch. We're going to be focused mainly on the upper body today, so not too many leg exercises, mainly just core and some elbow strikes. So quads, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Let's just warm up the shoulders real quick. Big circles going forward. Let's go ahead and hit 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Try to push it all the way to your limits, as far as you can go back, as far as you can reach up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let me spotlight this real quick. Sorry. Can't see myself. There we go. And then 10 backwards. Here we go. 1. Did we go backwards already? No, we went forward. Did we go forward or backward right now? All right, let's go forward. 1. Now we just did that backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go small circles, 20 forward. Fast as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Nice. Go ahead and check it out. Get a little rotation on the elbows, just like you're rooting for your favorite team. Just go ahead and roll that elbow out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so that's a quick warm up, quick stretch. What we're going to get into are these elbows and how we can use them and use the pattern, universal pattern on my shirt, to apply these in the different angles that we can play with. Okay. So the first elbow, I'm going to go over the strikes briefly, then we're going to get into the pattern, and then I'll give you guys a couple techniques. Okay. So the first elbow we're going to do everything from our fighting stance today. Everything's going to be more practical. Okay. We're not going to be in our traditional throwing our elbows. I'm going to stand with my left foot forward. We're going to do them on both sides. First one, all it is, your hands are up in your fighting position. And anytime you throw elbows, be a little closer, I always like to keep my hands in contact with my head. Okay, so if I'm throwing my left, my right hand is up protecting my head. I actually like to touch and grab my head. Okay, very protective. Okay, so the first one we're going to do, hands up. All it is, just like we would throw a jab punch, boom, we're going to step in with an inward elbow instead. This is like an elbow jab, okay? So all it is, just like throwing a jab, hands are up and boom, okay? Coming right across, okay? On our horizontal plane, okay? So think about that plane coming straight across, okay? Here we go. So we're going to do 10 on each arm, all right? And I want you to step with each strike, okay? Other hand is protecting. So ready? And 1, boom, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, sorry, 8, 9, and 10. Boom. It'll stop, sorry. Go ahead, jump switch, other side, stepping with that elbow, boom, same thing. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so that's our first elbow, just our horizontal elbow, inward elbow. Next one we're going to get into is our upward elbows. Okay, I'm going to use the back arm for this. Okay, so I'm going to be here, fighting stance, and this is just like throwing our cross punch. Okay, turning that hip shooting forward, turning on the ball of the foot. Okay, now what we're going to do from here, we're just going to shoot that elbow straight up. Target for that is going to want to be under the chin. Okay, under the chin, you can use this even to the body if you wanted to as well. Okay, so we're in our fighting stance. Notice my left hand is going to stay up on my head. You can even drop it down for a low check if you want, up to you. I like keeping the head up here, and I still have this if I need it. Okay, if I come here, yes, I'm checking low, but I have this whole area up here. Okay, so if he goes a hook punch, he can catch you. So I like to be in my little turtle shell right here. All right, so all it is, I'll do it from the side, just like a cross punch, and boom, coming right up underneath the chin. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit 10 of those. We're doing it with our back arm, just like our cross punch. So ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom. Other side. 6, boom. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Boom. Nice. Let's go ahead and hit the other arm. Jump switch. Right leg forward. Hands are up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, boom, 9, and 10. Boom. Awesome. So we have our horizontal, our upward, okay? Next one you can guess is going to be what goes up must come down, okay? So from here, we're going to use that back arm again. We're going to play with both the front and the back arm when we get into this pattern. But right now, we're focusing on that back arm with that overhead elbow, okay? Same thing as throwing the upward elbow. We're turning that hip, firing the elbow, okay? Now, I want you to pretend the windup here, you're not going to come straight up and then down, okay? I want you to pretend you're throwing a baseball. If you have that motion, look where my arm's at, and then I release the ball. It's the same thing. You're here, you bring that arm back, and then you chop down with that elbow, okay? Think about throwing a baseball and then dropping that elbow down, okay? Getting that good wind up, okay? You can come straight up and then down, okay? That's going to be a little quicker, not going to be as powerful. This one takes a little bit more time because you're getting that wind up, but it's going to have a lot more power to it. This one, it would be more of like a jabbing downward elbow pop. Okay, it's a little quick, not as powerful. But we're going to do it with the wind up, okay? So left foot forward, downward elbow, right, we're doing it with the right arm. So throw the baseball, drop it down. Okay, here we go. 10 total, both arms, ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. Hands are up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Boom. Awesome. So horizontal, upward, downward. Next one is going to be a diagonal. We went to the side, we went down, we went up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut this angle here. If you guys notice a pattern starting to flow, there's your pattern right there. Okay? Coming across, down, up. Now we're going to play with this. That diagonal right there. Okay? So all it is, very similar to the horizontal inward elbow, only we're going to bring it midway like we're doing the downward, but we're going to turn it over and slice across at that angle. So it looks like we're about to throw a downward elbow, but we roll the shoulder forward and we're going to hit with the blade of that arm right there. So boom, we're here and we drop it down. Here, boom. And I like to keep this hands up. Notice my chin is tucked, I'm protected. My left hand is here. You're fighting, boom, and you're catching right over the top. That slicing elbow, okay? With this slicing elbow, the other elbows are great. I'll give you a brief on the targets. That horizontal, before we get into this one. The horizontal elbow, that's gonna be wanting to hit towards the jaw or the temple, okay? You're gonna be wanting to hit across on that one. On the upward elbow, main target you wanna hit is underneath the chin. Boom, catching under the chin. If you're a little shorter and you can drop that into the solar plexus or the sternum, that's also a great target. Boom, coming up here or catching right underneath the chin, okay? Now, downward, that's gonna be going either to the forehead, the top of the head, the bridge of the nose, okay? Those are the two for your face, okay? You break that, that nose is gonna break right away. Another target would be the neck, the collarbone, the trap, okay? If you maybe landed a hook punch and you blasted that head over to the side, you have that nice little target right there. So you boom, and then you drop that down onto the shoulder, okay? Or right up on the head. Now when we get to this diagonal slicing, this one we want to use to cut somebody, okay? These ones all have brute force. This one, what we're doing is we want to aim for the bony prominences on your opponent. You want to go for the forehead, the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You can even go for the nose there. Okay, your goal on this is to cut your opponent. You cut them on the head, blood goes in the eyes, you can't see, you can't fight. Okay, I know a little graphic, but that's what it is. Okay, that's the whole point of these slicing elbows. You want to catch bone, that's why we're using that blade. It's called the blade of our elbow. Boom, hitting those bony prominences. Okay, so let's get back to that diagonal one. Hands are up. We're going to hit that slicing diagonal elbow. Okay, so here we go. 10 on each arm. Same mechanics as the cross punch or a hook punch coming across. Okay, hitting that cut. So here we go. 10 total each arm. Ready? And 1, boom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Boom. Nice. Go ahead, jump switch, other side. Hands are up. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Boom. Okay. So inward, upward, downward, and slicing. Okay, those are, I think I'm missing one actually. No, I'm not. So what we're gonna do now, those are our 4 basic elbows, okay? Now what I've decided to call this is kind of like our 8-point blocking set. I'm gonna call this our 10-point elbow set. Okay, so you can take this with you and we're gonna make a drill out of this, tracing this pattern of movement on our universal pattern, okay? So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be doing left side of all the angles, and then we're gonna switch it up and go back the other direction. Okay, so you'll notice there'll be 10 elbows total. So how we're gonna start? Fighting stance, hands are up. Okay, first elbow of the drill is that inward elbow. So we have 1. Next one is gonna be that upward elbow, 2. Third one is gonna be a downward elbow with the left hand. We're always gonna be alternating, 3. Okay, from here, we're gonna go into that slicing elbow, 4, and then we're gonna do the left. Now we're gonna go the other side of that slicing elbow, 5. Okay, from here, we're gonna go back to the horizontal elbow, 6, then upward, 7, 8, downward with the left, 9, and 10. Okay, so you notice we hit each variation of that elbow with the front arm and the back arm rotating. And then what you can do is actually jump switch and hit it from the other side. Okay, so let's go through this again. Here we go. I'll do it slow. We have inward, upward, downward, diagonal, diagonal, inward with the left, upward with, with the right, upward with the left, downward with the right, slicing with the left, slicing with the right. Okay, I know I'm a little backwards. I'll try to do it left side real quick. So you guys stay on the right side. I'm gonna do it left side, so it's more of a mirror image. It's left and forward. So just go ahead and mirror me. I'm doing left side. You do right side. One more time. And we have inward, upward, downward, slicing, slicing, inward, upward, downward, slicing, slicing. Okay, everyone understand that pattern? Okay, because if you look at it, that's what we're doing. In, down, in, up, down, slice, slice, in, up, down, slice, slice. So it's that plus with the X, okay? A lot of our patterns come from that, all right? So let's go ahead and try this again. Pick up the pace a little bit. I'm not gonna count this time. I'm just gonna do it. Okay, we'll do it slow first, and the next one we'll do a little bit faster, all right? So our hands are up. I'm gonna go back, I'll do right side again. So hands are up, and just try to follow along. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, one more time. Last time, and this is something you guys can take with you and play. Okay, you can start adding footwork to it as well. You start advancing with your techniques. Okay, last time through, inward, upward, downward, slicing, slicing, inward, upward, downward, slicing, slicing. Okay, 10-point blocking set. Like I said, 10-point elbow set. Like I said, you can start playing with these and actually start stepping with your strikes if you want to start playing with them. Boom, pop, step down, slice, slice, step in. Okay? You start playing with footwork, adding it in and out of your techniques. Let me see what time it is. So is everyone good on that 10-point elbow set? Okay? Nice little pattern. We all know it. The next thing we're going to get into is a couple techniques and how to apply these elbows, and maybe even change up our elbow strikes and our techniques to some of these more practical elbows instead of the step drag elbow smashes and stuff like that. Okay? So a couple techniques that we can play with that we all know is, let's go with snapping twig. Okay? So our feet are together. We step back and we hit that snap, okay? From here, when we shoot this shot in, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit it low instead of high. So I'm gonna step back, I'm gonna smack on that arm. When I crane hand and frictional pull, I'm actually gonna shoot my hand sword low to the bladder or this lung meridian, getting him to bend down, okay? So 1, shoot your forward bow hand sword low. Now what you're gonna do is you're going to step forward with your left foot, okay? And you're going to land that slicing elbow because that head is coming forward. Remember that. Boom, pop, I hit here, that head starts moving forward. I'm going to step and I'm going to catch it on my way out on that angle, okay? Because my opponent's right in front of me. Boom, low, and then I'm going to go off on this 45 and cut across the face. From there, you can cover out. Okay, so we're just adding a little practicality to these elbows. One more time. We have 1, 2, and all we're going to do is we're going to step with that foot, hit that slicing elbow. Boom. Okay, notice I left that hand sword out. Only reason I left that hand sword out because when I hit here and hit here, he's gone now. Okay, I want to land that elbow instead of that hammer strike for this technique in particular. Okay. So 1 snap, 2 low, 3 step, and slicing elbow. Okay, does everyone get that one? Make sense to everybody? Okay, so that's one variation, snapping twig. Another one that we can play with these elbows is hooking wings. Okay, we already have an upward elbow in hooking wings, but what do we finish with? We usually finish with a claw. Okay, what we're going to play with right here is we hit that spread. We hammer, we're gonna upward elbow as we step drag, boom, catching the upward, and instead of the claw down, what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop this elbow right in the center of the chest, okay? And that, when you hit this guy with that upward elbow, what happens? Boom, I go back. Look at that nice little shelf you have to just drop that elbow instead of that claw to the face, okay? Remember, we're just playing with elbows. We're just playing with the techniques, not saying anything's right or wrong. So we're here, we step back, we clear, we kick, hammer, hammer, step drag, upward elbow, and then we're gonna settle on that downward elbow, right on top of the chest, okay? And then from there, you can finish with your claw if you want to, okay? Or you can even come back around with another elbow. It is called hooking wings, so this is a very wing technique. Okay, last time, step back, spread, kick, hammer, hammer, upward elbow, settle on the downward, boom, okay? Hitting that nice bony sternum right there, okay? Dropping it down. If anyone's ever felt that before, it doesn't feel good. Even if you go, instead of the sternum and off over to the pectoralis muscle, there's a lot of nerve bundles in here. So I'm sure some of you have felt that little point before where that drop, boom, right in there. Okay, kind of splits the muscle fibers right there. So that's hooking wings. One more time. Clear, kick, hammer, hammer, upward elbow. Instead of the claw, we're going to drop that downward elbow onto the chest. Boom. Okay. A little faster. Boom, pop, pop, boom, down. Instead of the claw. Okay, so we're just filling in with elbows, trading out some strikes. Okay, so we have snapping twig. Boom, shoot low with the hand sword. Step at that 45 with the slicing elbow across. It's really quick. Pop, boom, boom. 3 strikes instead of 4. Hooking wings. Boom, hammer, hammer, upward elbow. Drop that elbow down on the chest. Okay. I know there's one more I wanted to show you. Technique-wise. Okay, so we're gonna skip that. We're gonna go into some sparring tactics instead. Okay. These elbows, look at your techniques that you have, guys, and play with these elbow strikes. Put them in where you think they would be practical. Where, I don't really like the elbow smash, okay? Make this more of a striking elbow, a defensive elbow, okay? A little bit more practical. Change your strikes up, throw an elbow in where a hammer strike goes, throw an elbow in where a claw goes. Just play with your techniques, insert some elbows, have some fun with this. This is what this pattern is gonna teach you, is how to flow constantly with these elbows. Even if you're moving forward, it's gonna teach you that pattern movement. So what I wanna get into now is 2 sparring techniques that include these elbows. That are little tricky moves, okay? They're to catch your person in a trap pretty much, okay? And this one is one of my favorites that I'm gonna show you first. And it actually works a lot of the time. I've seen it work in the ring. I've actually done it before on somebody. Obviously didn't go all the way through with it because you can hurt somebody. But all it is usually what happens when you throw out that jab, okay? If I'm sitting here and we're fighting, and I throw that jab, okay, if he's a good boxer or a good fighter, what he's gonna do, just like we learned, is he's gonna check that hand down. If I throw that jab, he's gonna try to block it, right? Boom. Or try to use the other hand, okay? Now I want you to watch the angle, even if he inward blocks you. When I throw this jab, boom, when he hits that arm down, I'm gonna continue the motion and watch what happens with this back arm. Boom, we're gonna catch over the top with that back arm right there, okay? So from the side, I'm going jab, he checks the arm down. You don't even have to throw it as a jab, you can throw it as a fake. So you go boom, say he checks it down, you're gonna continue that energy, use that energy, boom, pop, coming right over the top with that overhead downward elbow. Overhead downward back elbow, okay? So that, I'll do it from this way so you can see. Boom, when he checks that arm down, my arm is already bent, I'm just gonna continue the rotation, almost like I'm drawing in a cat stance. Boom, so I'm drawing back in that cat, boom, and I'm turning all the way around, catching that downward elbow right on top of the head, okay? It's very quick, so you're going boom, boom, okay? Especially if you play with this guy on the jab. Start playing with him, boom, okay, pop, he's checking it down every time, pop, boom. Spin, it's a spinning back elbow pretty much. But you're not going all the way through, you can wind back, boom, and then you're back into your fighting stance, okay? The very practical elbow, it's surprising because no one expects here, they see you check the hand down, they see your right hand over here, and then all of a sudden they're getting hit from something from this R pattern, that diagonal elbow. Boom, now we're gonna trace that pattern with that turn, boom, okay? So imagine you're seeing, and then all of a sudden you get hit from something overhead on the opposite side, okay? Boom, parries down, we turn, and we hit with that downward elbow, okay? Everyone kind of understand that one? It's a little tricky, but boom. So let me see you guys do that a couple times real quick. Go ahead and do 5 on your own so I can watch a little bit. Boom, pop, nice, Jamar. Nice, Carrie. Nice, Joaquin. Awesome, Alan. Nice. You guys feel that? You guys feel the flow on that one? It's actually really nice. And remember, the harder, so if you guys, I'm going to be your defender. So hands up. Just throw your hands up real quick with me. I'm going to be your defender. And when you throw that jab, watch what happens. So everyone throw that jab. I'll switch my hands here. Sorry. Left foot forward. Boom. Throw that up. Yeah. No, this way. Boom. So you throw that jab. Boom. The harder I hit that down. Boom. Look at that opening you have. That's where you're coming over the top. I'm checking your arm down. You're hitting me over the top of my right arm. So boom. Even if you do it off of him throwing a jab, you can switch it around. So now you're on defense and he throws the jab. Okay, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna check that arm down, pop, and come right over the top. So you can do it on as a defensive counter or as an offensive when they defend your first strike. Okay? Does anyone have any questions on that certain elbow? Very practical, very fun to do. Next one we have is another elbow strike. It's kind of almost like a jab, okay? But it's a little sneaky elbow. And you guys may have seen it in the ring before. One person who does this elbow great is, if you guys know John Bones Jones, okay? He's great with those elbows. He's got long arms, but there's a great little elbow strike that's a little sneaky that people don't really expect half the time. If we're fighting, boom, and we start playing, we start throwing these jabs and everything, just like we're throwing that jabbing elbow, my arm is down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to step drag forward, and I'm going to hit an upward back elbow. So it's almost the same pattern, but what I'm going to do, say I'm going to start with my hands down, I'm playing with them, and I'm going to come underneath, and because no one expects, everyone's looking for the hand to come up, but you sit here and you do this step drag upward elbow right underneath the chin. Okay? So boom, I'll do it right side, you're fighting, and you just pop, you catch underneath the arm. So you can be sitting here like this in your Philly shell, you're protecting yourself, boom, 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 all of a sudden, pop, you catch him right underneath the elbow. Okay? It's not expected, especially when he starts getting closer to you. And you can do that off of a jab as well. Boom, pop. Okay, no one's really expecting that shot. Or you do it off of a right hand. Boom, you can even step drag and come in with the right. He checks your arm down, you come back in, pop. Catch him with the right arm, okay? It's an unexpected elbow. Like I said, a little sneaky. Boom, maybe throw the jab low, throw it high. You're playing with it, and then you just step in with that jabbing elbow upward. Okay, that step drag. Okay, where can you apply this to? Think about your Kempo technique as well. Anytime you're doing that step drag, think shield and hammer, okay? Boom, boom. Instead of going low, you can go high with it. Boom, and then when you come back, you catch underneath the chin. Okay, it's the same elbow that we would throw in swinging pendulum. Boom, pop, up the circle, hit. Okay, but we're doing it. We're fighting, boom, pop. We catch underneath the arm this way. Okay, and notice you're still protected. You're still in your little shell. Okay, and then you start playing with all the other stuff. Throw the jab, step drag in here, boom, and then turn and throw the backward elbow. Okay, that we just did. Throw the jab, he swats it down, step drag in with the upward elbow, boom, pop, pop. Okay, so now you're popping the chin up, and then you're hitting it across the face. Okay, so you're playing with this, moving around. Start with your hand down, be protected, and pop, pop. Really quick, okay? And you're protected the whole time. Boom, boom, okay? Notice your shoulder and your elbow are always in between you and your opponent. Catch here, and then when you turn, pop. You're right protected. Your face is still protected, okay? Any questions on that elbow in particular?
I have a question.
What's up, Alan?
What if they somehow block that?
Spin back around and.
Yeah. What if they somehow block it?
If they block that. So if you're here, boom, and they block that shot.
Yeah.
Boom, look at where you come back the other direction. So all you do is unwind. So boom, I throw that, say they block this, boom. If they're blocking that, that means they're not striking. So boom, and then we say they block it, we're gonna turn back and come back underneath from the other direction, okay? So boom, hit, he blocks, come back up with the left elbow, just like we just practiced. Okay, so we're tying these all together. So boom, hit, he blocks, come back in with that other elbow. And then you can walk and swim up your opponent, okay? These elbows are, does that answer your question, dude?
Yes, thank you.
Cool, cool. So, what's some other elbow strikes we got here? I know we got some tricky elbows. I mean, that's pretty much these jabbing elbows, especially when you're fighting. These are great, boom, for sparring. Once you get into that clinch a little closer, you're fighting just that stepping elbow, pop. Okay, that's a nice shot, that first one we went over. Okay, so now what I want to do is put some of these elbows together in combinations. All right, so what I want to do, we're going to do a quick, kind of like our pattern we're going to follow, but we're going to do some 3 elbow combinations, okay, changing it up. And you'll find that there's a nice flow to whatever we're doing, okay? So what I want here, first one I want a diagonal elbow, followed by an upward elbow with the cross elbow, okay? So we're here, we're hitting that target, we're going boom, slicing across, hitting the head down this way, and then we're gonna bring the head back up, pop, brings the head back up, and then we're gonna hit right across the jaw, boom, with that other slide, with that horizontal elbow, okay? So we're here, we have slice, bring him over, pop, catch him up, and then catch him across. Okay, so we're going boom, pop, pop. We're actually making a triangle here, okay? Slice, up, across. Notice everything hits all 3 points of this triangle. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and you can move forward with these. You're not going to be stagnant. Okay. If I throw this first elbow, I'm probably going to step drag with it, unless I'm already in the clinch. So if I'm here, I might step drag with that elbow. Okay, that means I'm close already. Pop, pop them up, and then I may have to step drag again with that inward, because if I catch under the chin, that may back them up a little bit. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and put that together. Let's do it 5 times on each side. Okay, so here we go. We have 1, 2, 3. And go 1, 2, 3. Couple more. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Last one. Pop, pop, pop. Let's go ahead and switch it up. Other side. May feel a little different. So we have the left, slice, right, upward, step drag, horizontal. Make sure that hand, the point of these elbows when you're swimming, guys, if you notice my hands, they rotate. Boom, boom, boom. They're always switching hands, okay? That's how we swim and we stay protected, okay? So make sure you're not, I know we want to go traditional sometimes, okay? Not chambering. We need to stay protected in our shell as we're moving, okay? So one more time. Slice, slice, up, inward. Couple more. Boom, pop, boom. One more. Ish, ish, ish. Nice. So next one, we're just going to keep playing with these, is I actually like throwing that over the top onto the forehead or the bridge of the nose, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to go pop right on the top of the head, okay? Boom. Right on top of the head. From there, we're going to catch across, and then we're going to hit that slicing elbow. Boom, okay? So now we're going a little backwards now. Down, across, slice. If you look at the pattern here, you go down on the head, boom, that's going to hit me down. You're going to go across, and what's going to happen is you're going to land that slice. This would be perfect. That slicing elbow will be great across the bridge of the nose if you haven't already broken it yet, or the forehead, okay? Because you're hitting the nose down, boom. you elbow across, crack, and then as his head is moving, you're catching him on the other side with that right elbow. Kind of like our hooking wings, right? Hit, head goes, we hit the other side. It's the same concept of down, cross, cross. Okay? So here we go. Let's do 5 of these on each side. We're boom, pop, boom. So we have overhead, down on the bridge of the nose or the forehead. We're going to step drag. Actually, we don't need to step drag because we hit him down. We're going to catch across. Now, this slicing elbow's got to be pretty quick. Okay? If you wait too long, you're going to miss your target. You're not going to have a target there. Okay? So it's boom, pop, pop, slice, slice. Okay? Like I said, think hooking wings. Boom, boom. Okay? Couple more. Boom, pop, pop. One more time. Boom, pop, pop. And from here, boom. You can come up with that back elbow if you wanted to. Okay? Go ahead and switch. Other side. What are we doing? Over the top, cross, slice. Ready? So we go 1, 2, 3. One more. Over the top. 1, 2, 3. Press 1, 1, 2, 3. Nice. Okay. And these are just some fun little techniques, movements, elbow applications for what we're doing here. Okay. Everyone understand these elbows and all the different ways we can use these. Okay. And don't forget, we can also on the ground. If we're on the ground, we can use these. If we're ground fighting, if we're in a clinch, these are all great, especially if you're super close, okay? And you can actually, I'm gonna give you one more elbow. Last one we're gonna do, okay? This one, what it's gonna be, is gonna be more of a forearm strike, okay? So it's gonna be less of this upward elbow, and what it's gonna be is more of a boom. Okay, you're hitting, think about doing an inward block, but it's going straight down the center line of your face. Okay, so you're here and you're going to go boom, right in to the face. Okay, and one way to do that is when you're in that clinch. Okay, this is great when you're in the clinch. And what you do is you give them a push. Let me back up a little bit so you can see me. Hang on 1 second. So what you do is you're here and you give them a push in that clinch. Okay, so imagine you have the arm here and the head. Okay, you have the inside tie. Boom, what you're going to do is you're going to step drag forward using your left elbow to shoot them forward. Boom. And what's going to happen is they're actually going to extend a little bit. So you're giving yourself space. Boom. And then you're going to drive this straight in. Okay, so this is more of a rush technique. You're in the clinch, you have someone here, boom, you're going to step drag forward, kind of push them away, but you're going to catch, you have the back of their neck. So right away, when they extend, you pull them back in. So you're going boom. So you're here, you have them in the clinch, you step forward, and then you pull them right back into that elbow. Okay, so a little closer. We have the clinch, we have the head. We use our elbow to push him back in our step drag. Boom. That's going to make him fall backwards. Boom. You catch the back of his head because you already have it. Boom. And then you're going to right away pull it and smash it back in. Okay? It's a great shot. You're fighting. You're in the clinch. Pop, pop, pop. Boom, pop. You're just driving that straight in. Not too much margin of error there because you're hitting with a path now instead of a line. Okay? So this is another great shot. And you can even do this from just a jab like we would throwing that upward elbow or throwing a jab. We're here, all it is you just step drag in and you shoot that path in. Think about launching from your elbow. You step drag in and notice my shoulder goes back and then I shoot it forward. Boom. Okay? It's like a driving shoot-up, but you're using your whole forearm here. Okay? So you're fighting, boom, moving around, and you just pop. Okay, it's a great shot, comes straight down the center line, and it can do a lot of damage. And from there, like I said, these elbows are infinite. boom, and then you just keep moving forward, swimming towards them, okay? That's what I like to call this is I'm swimming up my opponent with these elbows. Boom, you catch, you can trap. Boom, you can come underneath like we would in, what technique is that? What am I thinking of? I think glancing wing? No, cross of death? Yes. Boom, boom, pop. Same technique when we're coming underneath, right? We're hitting with a hammer, but we can actually come underneath and step over the top with an elbow too, keeping the range, and we're actually climbing up our opponent. So let's take cross of death, for instance. Boom, pop, boom, hit. I don't know if this is cross of death. Is this cross of death? Is that what it's called? Thumbs up for this cross of death. Yes, okay. Still get the names mixed up. So we step in, boom, pop, hook, uppercut. This can also be an elbow strike, okay, if we're nice and close. Boom, pop, we boom, catch him in that low shot because that's where that uppercut's going, right? Because they're right there. Boom, 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 snake underneath. Now we hit that upward elbow right into those ribs, lung meridian, pop, right? And then even since we're here, we can go over the top and clear, or like I said, we can come back underneath and clear around the other way. I like to keep it with the uppercut, boom, because I like boxing. Boom, we catch here, and it feeds perfectly because my arm's already down. So boom, when we clear, instead of going up the circle and hitting with that hammer strike, boom, boom, hit, boom, we're going to clear, and we're going to step drag and swim up the arm, pop, hitting that slicing elbow, and then we can finish with another slicing elbow, okay? So these elbows, like I said, they're interchangeable to everything, okay? You can switch them in here and there for different techniques as you wish, all right? Does anybody have any questions, or does anyone have any ideas that you want to share? Maybe an application for these elbows. Pick a technique for this last 5 minutes. I want you to grab a technique, any one of your techniques, and I want you to throw one of these elbow strikes in where it wouldn't normally be and make the technique still work. Okay, so I'm gonna make you think a little bit for a second. So find a technique that you know and love. Could be thundering hammers instead of boom, pop, and then you drop a downward elbow instead of the hammer to the neck. Okay, so play with these different strikes. So 5 minutes, go ahead, find a technique. I'll let you think for a second, and then I want you guys to show me your technique because I love different ideas as much as you guys do. Okay, I learn from you guys every day. Jamar went straight to flashing wings. Straight elbows. No, that's a great technique, dude. Boom. Yeah, elbow to the back of the head instead of the chop. Bring it down. Perfect. Okay. And you can even play with levels there. What happens if you block and you elbow down onto the hip instead of the ribs, or down onto the leg? You drop down and take the leg out with the elbow strike. Play with your levels as well. Ah, there it is. What you got, Carrie? Glancing wing? Boom. Keep moving, keep moving. You're not doing any elbows, Carrie. You just did. You did. What you got for me, Joaquin? There it is. 5 swords with elbows. Awesome. That's a great one too, Joaquin, if you play with that. Okay, you're hitting. Watch, check this out. Instead of our inward block, we hit with the bong style elbow block. We block the punch coming in. From here, we shoot an outward elbow to the chin for our hand sword. Boom. Outward elbow instead of the hand sword. Slicing elbow instead of the forebow heel palm. Upward elbow to the ribs from there. And then we can even, as we go up the circle, right, we can still up the circle and hit that slicing elbow. Okay, so 5 swords is a great technique to where everything it now turns into 5 elbows instead of 5 swords, which you're hitting all the same targets, but it's a lot closer. Okay, so if you play with that one, They step in, you block actually with your elbow, and that's actually a destructive block as well. Boom, you catch that hook coming in. From there, we hit that jabbing elbow, pop, pop. From there, we come back up, boom, and then you can even hit with an elbow as you step, pop, pop. So you can literally do 5 swords with all elbows, okay? Boom, pop, boom, 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 boom. Okay, it works great. Okay, any of these techniques, you can just switch them for elbows, and they're great. This is great when you're using the 5 rings, right? We went had a class on that. Maybe we'll go over next time. Those 5 rings of sanctuary, right? Right, first line of defense, foot, second hand, third knee, fourth is elbow, okay? Because I remember we did a class where you had to do advancing strikes. So you had to kick, punch, knee, elbow. All the strikes got shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. So if you find yourself in a situation, say 5 swords, where you're too far away, okay, or you come in, you're too close even, if you step in and you're super inside, that hooking punch, you don't really have much room to work with. So you keep the application, change your weapon. Boom, now we're tight. Pop, pop, boom, boom, boom. Okay? So that was a good one, Joaquin. I like that. Everyone understand that 5 swords variation? Right? All it is, you're just changing the strikes for elbows. Okay? So that's pretty much what I got for you guys today. It wasn't too much of a crazy workout. I know we got Memorial Day weekend coming up, so I figured I'd give you a weekend to just play a little bit, not get too crazy. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, I'm going to do that 10-point elbow set one more time just so you guys can see before we go, just to keep it fresh in your head, okay? And that's it, and then we're done, okay? So all it is, left foot is forward. We have inward, upward, downward, slice, slice, inward, upward, downward, slice, slice, following our universal pattern, okay? So this video will be up on YouTube if you ever want a refresher of this 10-point elbow set. I kind of just came across it in my head. I was teaching the kids elbows and stuff, and I was like, hey, this is a universal pattern. So I ran with it, kind of played with it a little bit, and this is what I got for you guys today, okay? So I hope you guys all enjoyed. Let me